come on in. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and I'm in an event with Hen House and Bloom Company, and the theme for today is, what is it? Flip-flops. National Flip-Flop Day. Cruising into the summer. So y'all come on in, come on in. Hey Karen, how are you? I hope you had a good lunch. Hope you're getting you some rest every now and then. It was great to talk with you the other day. So we'll wait for Kelly. She's got just about another minute before she's finished. I love what she does. The neatest projects, doesn't she? I love that that soft seafoam color that she's using, and the shells on those flip-flops. So y'all come on in. We'll wait until a few people pop on, and I have a conglomeration of things that I want to do, and we will see how it goes. I may have bit off more than I can chew on this, but we will see. We'll see how it goes. You are all shared into the group, and now I'm going to share you into other. Okay, all right, there you go. Well, thank you for doing that. Y'all come on in. While we are waiting for a few people to hop on, I'm going to do some painting. All right, so this is my idea. Hey, Karen, Upcycle Decor by Karen. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to do a couple of different things. One of the things that I'm going to do is we're going to decorate some sunglasses, put some flip-flops on there, and then I'm hoping to make a wreath, a floral wreath. That's not my my normal go-to, so y'all be easy on me. But anyway, come on in, and I'm going to just, like I said, I'm going to get some painting started so that it can be drying, and then we can move on to the next step, because I've got quite a bit of stuff to do. So I'm just going to put a couple layers of white base coat on this so that the other colors are going to pop. And sometimes when I paint my color directly on the surface, it doesn't always come out as vibrant, and I typically like bright, high contrasting colors. That's my normal go-to. So we're going to just get a couple coats on here. I went back to, I had no plans to work with the sunflower today. I mean the sunglasses today, y'all. I had a completely different idea, and I went back to my craft room to pick up something for the project that I was planning on doing, and I saw the sunglasses, and you know, at that point, everything shifted. So I think sometimes it's just a matter of how fast we go with the flow, right? Hey, Kelly, you did a great job on those flip-flops. Where did you get that? I love that. I popped on a little bit later, so I didn't get to see where exactly you may have said that you got that flip-flop thing. Hey, Linda, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. All right, so I'm going to be working with some sunglasses, a chalk couture stencil, some flowers, and y'all, the prayer is that I can get it all in an hour or less. So that's the goal, and we will see what happens. Ocean Breeze and me, good to see you. Come on in. Mary is your name. I've got my list right here. Let's see who else is with us. Debbie. Hey, Debbie. Love the glasses. Can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to see what I do either, because it's going to be totally on the fly. Like I said, I went back to my craft room, and I have a craft room in the back of the house, and I have my my crafting desk in the kitchen in the front of the house. And I went back there to pick up something else, and I saw these glasses, and I thought, ooh, let's see what I can do with those. And so I got these at the Dollar Tree. gosh, maybe 3 years ago, y'all. I've got one other pair of these left, so I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to turn out. My plan is, okay, this is my idea. We'll see if it materializes the way I think it will. Usually doesn't, but for those of y'all that are just, okay, thanks, Karen, I appreciate that. For those of y'all that are just hopping on, I'm Julie with Nothing is Wasted Designs, and I'm in an event with Hen House Bloom and Company. And if you are not if you're not following that group, there's a link up at the top of the page that you can click on. You can follow their page, you can follow my page, and then when we go live, you'll be notified. That's the plan that Facebook sells us, right? So, and then every so often you need to check your, who you're following, because sometimes we get kicked off of the platform and have to go back and refollow people. So, so I'm going to be working with a Chalk Couture stencil. And what I'm going to do is my idea is to put some flip-flops in the sunglass area, you know, kind of like you're looking at somebody's feet is my thinking. And then I'm also hoping that I'm going to be able to make a floral wreath that I have. So y'all, this is a lot to get in under an hour, so we'll see. I feel like I'm on like a game show or something to see if I can get it all done. Now, the back is not done now, but it will be done. I'm not going to have time to worry with the back today. But I always paint the backs of my projects, and that way, you know, if you're looking at it from either side, I have a glass door, and so I want to turn this into a wreath, and if you see the back of it, I want everything to be finished. Plus, I just like the back to be finished. My husband is entirely different than me. If you can't see it, he's not going to paint it because he hates to paint. But anyway, so a little bit about the beach. Hey, Joyce, how are you? You had the 2-hour shift today, huh? I did that with Sherry's group. I think it was Inspired by Grace. I can't remember if it was Inspired by Grace or Grace Creation. Someone wasn't able to make it, and I said, well, I can just roll over into the next hour, and you know, it's kind of nice to have that extra time, right? So, hey, Donna, how are things going for you, my sweet friend? Are you having any progress with what's going on with your house? I sure hope so. It's a long wait, isn't it? Hey, Lori, how are you, my beautiful friend? Good to see you. It is so good to see all of y'all. Thanks for joining me today and supporting me. I really appreciate it. All right, so I think I'm gonna go for 2 coats on this. I'm 7 minutes in, and my idea is I'm gonna go with a lime green and hot pink and maybe yellow color theme. These are kind of the colors that I'm shooting for. This is called Raspberry Sorbet and Lights Out. So these are the 2 colors. I like bright, vibrant, high contrasting colors. So I typically go for that. There's like here's some little. I'm looking at these flowers on my desk. Okay, so this is something that I would make that's got. I love black and white. I'm hoping that I'll get around to making a bow for the wreath that I'm going to be working with. And I want to have, you know, some of these colors in there. And also, all right, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a little bit of sand. I want to just sand this off just a little bit so it's not quite so rough. All right, that feels better. And then I'm going to bring in another surface from Chalk Couture. And let me show y'all the... All right, let me take this out of the package. I should have done that beforehand. So we used to live on the beach. We lived right on the water for, all right, so this is the, right here, this is the Chalk Couture stencil I'm going to use. And I'm going to kind of break it up into sections. So we'll see how that goes. But we lived right on the Chesapeake Bay, not the ocean, but the bay. The dunes were our backyard. Concrete was our front yard because we lived in the city of Norfolk. I was there for 10 years, y'all, and my husband bought a condo. We were, I don't know if we were dating at the time or if we were engaged. I think we were dating at the time. And anyway, he bought a condo right on the water. He's from way inland in Virginia. And I'm more of an ocean girl. Are y'all ocean, lake, or bay people? Tell me in the comments if you prefer the ocean, the bay, or lake as far as when you go to the water. I'm an ocean girl, unless I'm water skiing, which I can't do anymore because I can barely walk as it is. Hey Gloria, come on in. Thank you for joining me. Hey Lisa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Anyway, I did used to water ski also. I slalomed, you know, on one ski, and I tried trick skis, and that was just too slippery for me. My brother was really good with those. But anyway, when my husband bought his condo on the bay, I was like, you know, that's what he wanted. It was close to work and everything. And like I said, we had dunes for our backyard. 10 years I lived on the water. And it's nice, but it's not always what it's cracked up to be, just like anything else. And I mean, literally, we'd have people come drunk through of course, that was back in the days when I was drinking too. I'm 35 years sober now. But anyway, yeah, I like the motion of the ocean. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it just kind of came out that way. I like the ocean, but live right by the river. Oh, well, that's nice. I have never even thought about including the river in there. Because you probably hear what is it? The babbling? Is it a babbling brook and the rushing of the river? That sounds fun. Yeah, I like the sound of a river. I guess it's the noise that I'm attracted to, because when I think about the ocean, I like the sound of the waves crashing on the beach. I like the sound of the seagulls. I'm trying to think and the sounds of kids laughing, playing in the waves. Hey, Gigi's, how are you? Thank you for being here. I did not like the crabs. I talked about that the other day when I was live. Let me point this down just a little bit, y'all, because it is not quite low enough. The crabs used to bite my feet all the time, and until my mom came up with the brilliant idea to take a pair of my old tennis shoes. All right, I'm putting a second coat on this so that it's going to be nice and stark white. I know not everybody likes stark white, but I'm the one who's going to bring it to you. I don't know. I think I was about 10 when my mom came up with the idea to tell me to wear my a pair of old tennis shoes into the water, and that was a game changer for me. Then I loved the ocean, but prior to that, I was always getting bit by the crabs. I don't know why they found me and didn't find my brothers and sisters. Hey, Karen, the ocean beaches, I can see that. I totally see that. Lindell, that you would be a beach gal. Coming from California, absolutely. I tell you what, the water's a lot colder in California, though, than it is in on the East Coast. I was surprised when we went to visit my son who moved out there that the water was, I mean, even in the peak of the summer, and I found out it's because there's a drop off of the shelf, and so it goes so deep that it never really has a chance, I guess, to warm up. But I loved visiting California. I really, really loved it. I've been there twice, and I would go, I want to get back there again, but right now I just don't have the mobility to do it. So, hey Debbie, little tan toes must look appetizing. Little tan toes. What are little tan toes? Must look appetizing. Yep, I can see that in you, Karen. I can see you being an ocean girl. You've got the personality of an ocean girl. Hey, Deanne, come on in. Our theme today, I'm in an event with Penthouse and Bloom Company, and our theme today is National Flip-Flop Day, cruising into the summer. So I'm going to combine summer sunglasses and a stencil that is from Chalk Couture. And we're going to see, and then I'm hoping to put some florals. Oh, to the crabs. Oh, gotcha, yes. But of course, I was a snack for them for sure. And I don't know why, but nobody else screamed like I did at the beach. Talk about sounds at the beach. Of course, we love to feed the seagulls. That was always fun. Now not so excited about it, because when they're flying over top of you, sometimes they drop stuff on you, and that's not always fun. Those of you in Florida, Karen, I know you're in Florida, but I don't know if anybody else is. When I was in my 20s, I went down to I just lost the name. Tampa. No, it wasn't Tampa. Well, I did go down to Tampa for an interview. I was thinking about moving down there. But where is Disney World? I just went blank with it, y'all. Anyway, Lakeland. It was Lakeland we went to because my best girlfriend's aunt and uncle lived there. So we stayed with them. We went to Disney World, and we visited some of the local areas and everything, and we also went through St. Augustine. I met a friend of mine who was in Georgia at the time, and he came to St. Augustine with us. And of course, we had a blast. We were having a good time and everything, and I was taking pictures, and I was like, well, y'all get by these palm trees and let's take a picture. And they wanted to take a picture of me. I said, let's not just do a boring stand there by the tree picture. Let's do something exciting. And okay, Deanne, thanks for stopping in. Orlando, thank you. They bring barring. Yeah, I hear you, Joyce. Yep, I'm sometimes just an inside girl. I totally get it. So anyway, I was like, well, let's not just have a boring stand by the palm tree picture. So I said, let's sit on the ground and wrap our hands and our legs around the palm tree and like peek out on the other side of the tree, and then we'll take that picture. So I sat down, my friend, and I had two different friends. One was in Georgia who met us there, and the other was my friend who we drove from Virginia to Florida to go down there. When I stood up, y'all, no lie, I had sat in dog poop. And I was like, oh my gosh. Well, we were cracking up laughing. They said, yeah, let's get an exciting picture. Let's do something that we've never done before. And anyway, and hope to never repeat, right? All right, so I think this is good for that. How we doing on time? 20 after. Like I said, I'm going to get the back. Well, anyways, so of course we ended up going to a restaurant. I got dog poop on the back of my pants, and I have to go into the bathroom and wash up and everything. Of course, they're just making all kinds of fun of me. It was hilarious. And anyway, so the other thing was that's on that same trip. Donna and I, that was my friend's name, Donna and I were at Cocoa Beach, and we're hanging out, you know, laying on the beach and just, you know, having a grand old time and everything. And a seagull flies over me, and I remember telling the seagulls, I said, I don't mind if you share the beach on me, just don't poop on me. No longer than I said that, a seagull pooped right on my thigh. And I was like, oh no! And I was like, what is this? And anyway, so that just added to the joking that my friends did on me. And so that was, I did a lot of fun things when we were there in Florida, but those are two of the things that just really stand out at me. I had never had anyone poop on me. Well, other than my children when I was changing their diapers. But that was many years later. All right, let me get this, and we're going to sand this just a little bit more. And then we're going to get to painting it. I hope these turn out cute, y'all. I have no idea what they're going to do. So we're going to see. All right, so my plan is to, I'm going to paint these first, and then I'm going to put the flip-flops on them. I figure since the theme is flip-flops, I should do the flip-flops first, and then whatever time we have left over, I will do a wreath. This is, let me show you the wreath. All right, this is just a cheap wreath from Walmart that I'm going to be working with. Nothing grandiose like Allison and Karen work with, but I'm going to work with what I have, and I'm going to go for it. All right, so the question is, do I want lime green? I think I want lime green stripes on this, maybe. I don't know. Let's start with the blue. I'm going to do the inside in like a light blue. And that is going to be, all right, I got one piece of cardboard here, y'all. I need to cut some more cardboard with my zip snap. All right, this is a pearl baby blue Deco Art Americana pearls that I'm working with. My theory is that this is going to be kind of like glass, so I'm going to add a little bit of white to this, so that we can mix this up. And I want a really, 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 really faint, I'm going to put the blue into the white. I want a really, really faint blue. I'm going to probably need a little bit more than that, so let me get a little bit more. Come on. Like I said, I just want like a hint of blue in here, and I'm going to use that to be the eyeglasses. And that's going to give me a little bit of a background for when I stencil the flip-flops on here. That's my theory. Hey, Devonna, thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. I like the way you changed your name. You did a nice job with that. All right, a little bit more. I may be using all of this, so let me just scrape this in here. All right. I didn't think I was going to use all of it, but it looks like I am. All right, so I'm going to get a small brush, and we are going to paint the inside, and I think I want, if I can find one, come on. I'm looking for an angled brush is what I'm looking for, y'all. Up there's one right here, okay? You see that? That's an angle brush. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do the inside of these glasses in a light blue. And I'm going to kind of offload into the center, and then I'm going to just take my brush and go along the edge. There's a line here that I'm following that's carved into the wood. I think, yeah, I got these at the Dollar Tree. This is kind of like a race to the finish because I've got so much that I want to do. You know, it's always think that I think very simply, but I guess I don't, because I always come up with projects that have a lot of different aspects to them. Hey, Jackie, good to see you. I am working, I'm going to do, I have like a two-parter that I hope is gonna pan out. We'll see. Maybe the quickest wreath I ever put together if I get to the wreath part. So what I'm working on right now, for those of you who are just popping in, is I'm working on, this is going to be an insert into the middle of the wreath that I'm hoping to put together. All right, and I've got, just see how faint that is, just a faint light blue. And we're going to put a flip-flop like it's reflecting in the glasses. That's what my theory is. I went to my craft room right before, about an hour before I was supposed to go live, and I saw these, I had a completely different plan. And I saw these sunglasses and I thought, oh, that would be so cute. And so at that point, everything that I had planned, not everything, but my plan shifted because I really wanted to get these sunglasses in here. We've got a flat pair of glasses where there's mirrors on both sides in one of our bathrooms. Remember I told y'all we lived on the beach? And so I saw just a pair of flat glasses in the, all right, so there we go. There's one side. Can you see the difference? All right, now we're going to do the other side. Going to do the same thing. Going to just go around the edge. I'm thinking that we're going to put a pink flip-flop in the glasses, and we're going to do green stripes on the outside just to give it a little bit of a whimsical look. I had thought about putting black and white checks also, but I think I'm gonna, and I haven't ruled that out yet. What do y'all think? Should I put black and white checks, or should I on the rim of the glasses, or should I put the green stripes? I think I want the green stripes. I don't know. There's something about that that I like. Still not sure what I'm doing tonight, and I work a lot about a wreath, but don't have anything. Oh, I know. I just pulled stuff out that I had. I had a wreath that I had made several years ago that I had actually pulled apart several months ago, and I thought, well, they're already cut, so that will eliminate, you know, the time that I have to do that with. And I'm thinking I want to throw some white in here somewhere just to get a little bit of reflection. The thought of a reflection in here. So I may go over this with a second coat. And this is as close to having soft colors that you'll see me work with. I'm usually working with you know, high, bright, vibrant colors with lots of contrast. So I think I'm going to come back after this and, whoops. So about, I don't know, about 3 years ago or so, I had asked God to teach me how to paint. I would be smothering out. I would be smothering. What are we smothering? And he started me with doing backgrounds and just really simple stuff. And as I, you know, mastered certain things, he would bring other things across my path. And, you know, I show this every so often. This pumpkin here was one of the first things I did with checks. And I can be a bit of a perfectionist, and I didn't like the way that it turned out, and I was literally gonna throw it away, y'all. And the Holy Spirit told me not to throw it away, that he wanted me to keep it as a reminder that he's always working on me, and this is a good way to see, you know, where I started as far as painting was concerned. So I listened to him, and I, of course, kept it. And, you know, and it's a reminder that no matter where we are, it's not where we're going to stay. Okay, so I think I like that. So I've got, you see, I've got like some white streaks in that one, but not in this one. So it's got a little bit more definition to it. So anyway, he also gave me, I call it transcribing because, you know, like the Holy Spirit will give me thoughts and then I'll just write them down, kind of a form of journaling. And anyway, so he gave me, you know, some words of encouragement for, you know, others to read too. And oh, you know, I wonder if I should do some silver. That might be nice too in here. But anyway, long story short is, you know, it's just a matter, painting is just a matter of practice. By occupation, I am a math teacher. And if you would have told me 40 years ago that I was going to be painting and have a craft page, I could see having the craft page, but as far as painting is concerned, I don't know that I would have. All right, so here we go. You see how I've got just a little bit, maybe you need a little bit more white in here. So all things are possible with God, right? Nothing is too far from our reach if he calls us to do something. Okay, I like that. All right, so this is what we have. And we're at 30 minutes. So let's dry this. I think I'm gonna stick with that. Then we will do the so what do we decide? Are we gonna do, hey Audrey, come on in. Welcome to my page. Hey Poodle. Poodle Crochet, handmade in UK. What is your first name? Like anything in my life, we have to, yep, we have to practice to learn. Okay, so maybe I need to touch that up right there. I wonder if I should try putting a flip-flop on here first. We're going to have to wax this also. I know, you know, you think of athletes. They don't just pick up a ball and go out there and automatically make touchdowns or home runs or goals. They spend hours and hours and hours of practicing. Is it Rona? I appreciate y'all sprinkling me out there. Thank you. Stripes. Okay, stripes it is. I'm going to do green stripes. I think I'm going to do green stripes. Lime green stripes. My sister had a lime green bathing suit. It's funny how memories come back to you. My sister had a lime green fluorescent bathing suit that she bought. Well, you know, you try it on in the store, but it's not until you get in the water that you see what's really going to happen. Well, that thing was as see-through could get when she got that thing wet. So we always went to the beach together, and I was her towel girl. I'd have to meet her at the shoreline so she could cover up before she came on the beach, and she had to dry off. So the moral of that story is bring a water spritzer with you, I guess, if you're going to try on bathing suits. I don't know. It was funny. We had a good time now. All right, so I'm liking this. I want to make just a small correction here. I'm going to get I'm trying to think, wide stripes or thin stripes? I'm thinking thin stripes. What do y'all think? I'm thinking maybe about 1/4 of an inch. All right, I'm going to put some white on here. Oh, this is the white I need. All right, remember how I tell y'all that even though something could be white, you still want to, all right, that's better. I got that mistake carried. You still want to do your surface in white so that if you need to make any touch-ups, you have the same color white that your surface is, as opposed to having the white that is, all right, here we go, that is given on the surface. Like, for instance, I really need to take my own advice, and I need to paint this white also, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. All right, so let's go with this lime green. All right, let me see how I want to do this. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a pencil, and I am going to just kind of divide this in half. And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to divide it in half about right here and about right here. And then I'm going to take the half of the half, and I'm going to do that about here. And I'm going to just divide each one of these about in half so that I can get them about the right space apart. And then maybe I'll do this bridge area. I don't know what I'm going to do there yet. I'll decide on that. And then I'm going to do one more on each side. And I'm going to just take, instead of drawing stripes, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take my paintbrush. It's half again, and everything is half, 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 and half. And then we're going to come up here, divide it in half, then divide it in quarters, then divide it in eighths, and keep going. All right, so I need something about right here. And I want to erase this and put this one about right here. All right, I think I like that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to just go over these lines. All right, let me do the next side. So I'm going to go up at the top, and then we're going to come down at the bottom, and that's half. And now we're going to come over here, and I'm going to kind of match, I'm going to kind of mirror what I have on the other side. And this is about half. Let's see, what did I do over here? Maybe about right here. Okay, and then I'm going to come over here and go in half, and then I'm going to go in half again, and then I'm going to go in half here and in half here. I don't know if I hit this one, but I need to get that one. And then we're going to come over here and do half, 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 half. This one needs to be in. I need to move this one over just a smidgen. just so that it's a little bit. All right, we're going to do this one here. And, all right, 1, 2, 3. They need to be even, an even number. Okay, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This would be 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if I do the bridge in green, that would be 16. So this is going to have to be white. This will be green, white, 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 green. That'll be perfect, okay? Now, let me see how many I have over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15. All right, let me try that again. White, green, white, green, white, green, white, green, white, green, white, green, white, green. Nope. White, green, 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 white. All right, what did I do wrong? I need one more somewhere. Let me see where it needs to be. I think I need to take this one out of here. And I'm going to do one here and one there. All right, let's try it again. This is green, white, 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 green, white. That'll work. All right, let me check this one. Green, white, 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 green. Okay, that'll work. All right, so let me show you what I have here, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to get to the florals or not. See the lines that I have on there? All I did was half it again. All right, so let me get my green out. This is sour apple. I think I'm changing my mind, which I do a lot. So let me get this paint palette out because I'm going to need it. I think I'm going to make bigger stripes, y'all. I think I'm going to do the whole section. So now what you want to do next. All right, this is going to be green. So I'm going to just put like a little C in there. Or maybe just a dot. I think I'm going to just put a dot because it won't show that much. I'm going to erase this and just put a dot. And I'm putting it in the green space because the green will be more likely to cover it. All right, so then I'm going to put a dot here, and I'm going to go every other one and fill in every other space. Eee, that's not good. All right, so this extra one that I added needs to come out. And I'm going to move this back to where it was, because that's not going to work. All right, let's try it again. Green, white, green, green. This is why you do this in pencil. Green. Hopefully this will be right. Green. Oh well. One side will be green, white, green. Let's see. Green, white, green, white. Green, 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 green. Nope. I must have done. I got it wrong again, y'all. Let's. I may have had it right. I'm trying to rush the clock is what it is. All right, let me try it again. Green, white, green, 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 green. All right, I had it right. All right. And I can go over the sections with some white at the end. All right, so here we go. This shouldn't take too long. All right, and now they're even on this. All right, here we go, y'all. Gonna dip this in my brush in here, and I am going to come in here. I'll probably have to do 2 coats on this, but I won't do 2 coats on mine. This is pretty translucent. And then I'm going to put the flip-flops in the middle. And I will probably come back over like where the lines are and maybe put, I don't know what color, maybe a pink highlight on the edge of it. We'll see. All right, so this is what we're going to have, just so y'all get an idea. All right, and I just come along this edge. It's all about practice. It's not, I can't do that. It's how willing are you to practice. And I practiced on some cardboard too. I would like, you know, try a lot of stuff on cardboard. You can prime cardboard and just play. Or you can get a, like a multimedia pad and just open up that pad and give it a try. Give yourself the freedom to fail in a place where you're not using a lot of expensive materials. And that's where you'll... And I'm going to go back and also, you see I haven't done the sides. I'm going to wrap that around, but I'm not going to do it online because I don't want to take the time with that. I may only get to the sunglasses. It's looking like that. I have to be a pretty fast floral designer to get the wreath, but I'll give you an idea of what I'm going to do. I got to be careful not to, okay, white, white. All right, so this is perfect. So now I want to bridge this in green. And this is definitely going to be a base coat because this is pretty translucent. Just taking my brush, putting it on the line, and then bringing it around. I want y'all to be able to see the rough idea of what I'm going to do. And then I will film how I finish this and put the 2 sections together. But I'll probably film it offline because I don't want to interfere with Hen House and Bloom's event. How we doing? I know. I love. Don't you love that? My kitchen is almost this color. When I first painted my kitchen, gosh, it needs to be repainted. But this was like over 20 years ago. No, maybe about 20 years ago. I had two different greens, and I had painted, you know, a section of the wall. I wanted to do the bay area in like a darker green, and the rest of the, oh, no, I didn't. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, we're good. In like a lime green, but it was just way too bright. And we homeschooled, and we had a 4-H group meet here. And one of the girls, when she came in, she said, she came in the kitchen, the walls literally reflected off of her face. She goes, whoa, that's bright. No, she said, whoa, that's green. And I was like, yeah, we got to tone it down a little bit. And it's not often you'll hear me say I need to tone it down, but every so often I get a little bit bright for myself too. All right, so the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to add the sunglasses. Actually, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to paint that other piece white. And then I'm going to do that. All right, so this is what we have for the sunglasses, y'all. Okay? All right, let me put this in here. And then we're going to take, and I want to paint this white. And it can be drying while I am putting the sunglasses on here. So let me get my brush out of the water. I don't need it to be completely clean because I'm going to put the same paint on it, but I don't want it dripping. All right, here we go. So we're going to take and we're going to put this on here. Painting this white. I could put this right on the surface, but if I make any mistakes, then I won't have the same color on the base. So I want to make sure that if I make any mistakes, I can go back and correct them. And so that's why I'm painting a white surface white. And, you know, if you're going to, like, grunge stuff up, it may not be that big of an issue for you, but I don't do a whole lot of grunging, so I need it to be crisp, clean, and stark white. I know a lot of y'all like to get away from that stark white. I'm your girl that's going for it. All right, we're going to do this on the side just to get the paint off of the side. Then I'm going to put this down. And I'm going to let this dry. Let's see, where am I going to put it? I'm going to put it right here. Tell me it's to my left when I can't find it. Right here in front of me. All right, now, let's see. We got that. I'm going to put this in the water. And I'm going to grab some wax, some surface wax. And I am going to all right, let me make sure this is good and dry. Oh, I wished I had time to do the wreath. I'll show y'all the flowers that I'm going to put on it. I think they're cheerful too. I'll have to go back and check y'all's comments because it looks like I've missed quite a bit. Poodle Designs, I totally agree with you. I do like neutrals, but I just don't think in terms of neutrals. So it's very seldom that you will see me craft in neutrals. I think some people just have a real knack. All right, so I'm going to take this and cut this apart, so I'm only going to use the top of this. I think some people have a real knack for being able to do beautiful things with neutrals, and I'm just not that girl. All right, I hope this fits. I think it's going to just fit perfectly. Okay. All right, let me get this out of the way so that I don't stick my project in it. If I can get through a live without sticking my project in my paint, it'll be a miracle. All right, so this is a Chalk Couture stencil. I am a Chalk Couture designer. And we're going to put we're going to put this on here. I'm going to put some wax over this. And the reason why I'm putting wax over this. Hey, Karen. Good to see you, my friend. I was just thinking about you today. I was wondering how you were doing. All right, so I put wax on here. And the purpose of putting the wax on here is so that this stencil has an adhesive on the back of it. And, oh yeah, this is going to work. All right, let me take this off of here, and then I only want, I probably should fuzz this. Let me see. I'll just put a little bit of lint on the back of this so it doesn't stick quite so hard. All right, and then we're going to position, oh, you know what? Should we do these? Now, they might look kind of pigeon-toed or bowed-like. I don't know. Should we do the flip-flop straight up or angled? What do y'all think? I got 6 minutes. Straight up or angled? I kind of like the angled look. I think I'm going to put them angled, y'all. And we're going to do them in pink. Tell me what you think. Flip-flop straight up and down or angled? Oh, I need a squeegee. I think I'm going to angle them. What do y'all think? Angle, okay? I got one angle. I'm going for it. Unless y'all tell me differently in the next few seconds. I just kind of think it'll make it less square. All right, that's there. This is here. All right, here we go, y'all. I'm going to take this, and we're only going to go over the flip-flop. I'm going to do the other part of this on that other piece. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, this is what we have, y'all. Okay? Like you're looking down at somebody's feet. Of course, their feet probably wouldn't be crooked like that, but that's okay. All right, then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to this side, and we're going to do the same thing. I better dry this or I'm going to regret it. I got 4 minutes. You like the pink? I do too. This is one of my favorite colors. Hey, Tina. Welcome to my page. Good to have you with us. I'm Julie with Nothing Is Wasted Designs. And you are in an event, or I should say we are in an event with Hen House in Bloom. Oh, and following me is Be So Crafty with Brenda. All right, here we go. Make sure that's dry. Not quite dry enough. Oh, I'm so glad I went back to my craft room and found these sunglasses. This is going to be so much cuter than what I had thought about. All right, so same thing here. I'm going to take and I'm going to angle this. Let me see what kind of angle this is on. Okay, so it goes about there. Maybe about right. Maybe about right there. Maybe a little more. All right, here we go, y'all. We're going to do this one here. Let me just double check, make sure it's not going into the green. All right, that looks good. So with these Chocolatier stencils, you can use, you know, all or any part of the stencils. You can cut them apart if you want to. Of course, it's not going to go back together, but you can, you know, mix and match them however you want. Oh my goodness, will you look at that? All right, so here's our sunglasses with flip-flops like you're at the beach. And then I'm going to show you real quickly. I got 2 minutes and I think I can do it. Where did I put? I knew I was going to lose it. Oh, there it is. We got to get this dry too. Stuck my finger in it. I may just have to tell you what I'm going to do. All right, so we're not getting to the wreath. The wreath is going to be another hour. And then I will assemble everything and show y'all what I did. What I'm going to do with this piece here, all right, let me bring the wreath back up here. Let me show you what I'm thinking. All right, so I'm going to have a whole bunch of greenery. And, oh, come on, get out of there. Like that. These flowers, okay? You're going to have these flowers. We're going to have these in the middle. That's going to be in the middle. And then we're going to take this sign here, and I'm going to let me put this on here so you can see it. I'm going to put flip on the top, flop underneath it. It's going to fit right in the middle there. And then season will be on that. And then I'll have the wreath with all the different colors combined. We'll put that in the middle. And then this sign here, okay, is going to hang down here where it says, let me give myself another hand, where it says flip-flop season here. And what did I do with my anyway, the sunglasses across the middle. All right. So that's what I'm going to do. That's, oh, here they are right here in front of me. So let me show you. So this will be across the middle. This will be down at the bottom. And then there will be flowers all around. All right. All right, y'all. I'm Julie with Nothing Is Wasted Designs. Please refresh your page. Go and watch Be So Crafty with Brenda. And make sure you join Hen House and Bloom Company so that you get notified when we go live. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for sharing me out there. And thanks for following my page. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all, and Jesus loves you more. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, y'all. It's part 2 time. This is part 2 of our our flip-flop project. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just go over the stripes in our sunglasses so that we have some good coverage. This paint is a little translucent, so you can see the difference. See the difference? That one versus these here. So we're going to just give this a second coat. This shouldn't take too long. And then the other thing that I want to do is I want to wrap around the glasses, and I also want to paint the back. Summertime projects are my favorite projects to work with. I don't know, they're just so much fun. All right, here we go. Get this out of the way. So I could turn my project. All right, and then again, just going to kind of offload in the center, go along the edge. And we're going to just keep going until we get them all done. The second coat really makes a difference. All right. And I'm just going to keep turning my project. I do better with turning my project than I do turning my arm. Okay. This makes it just a little bit darker of a green, but that's okay. And I'm going to do the middle last because I need to be able to flip this thing around. And get to the different colors. And then I think I'm going to put some rhinestone trim around the edge of the glasses also. Okay, it's getting there. Almost there. Make sure I'm still in the screen here. It looks like this one can use an extra something right there. Maybe it needs 3 coats. Just kind of going along that edge there. All right, and now we're gonna do this area in here. Okay, we're going to get a little bit more paint. I think I'm going to bring this over some so that it kind of matches. There we go. Want it to kind of match on the other side. All right, let me see here. All right, let's try it. Trying to see what other brushes I have over here because I think I'm going to switch brushes, y'all. I think I'm going to switch to this brush here. No, this one here. I think I want to do this one. I'm going to go to a flat brush. All right. Whoops. All right, coming in here, I'm going to start, you know what? I think I'm going to do the back next. All right, I don't need, or maybe I will need this. Actually, I'll just get another one. All right, we're going to put the lid on this so that it doesn't dry out. And what am I thinking? What am I thinking? Paintbrush. All right, we're gonna put this in my water. Gonna get this back out. Oh, we got a long way to go, y'all. I got a lot left to do. All right, I'm gonna stick this up here and put the lid on this. We'll get to this in a minute. And white. All right, let me get a paper towel so I have a nice clean surface. All right, we're going to turn this down and we're going to paint the back of this. Oops, I did. I got it in my project. I always do, y'all. I always do. All right, so let's grab some sandpaper. Oh, what is on this? I don't like that at all. What did I do with my sander? I'll use this one. Not sure what kind of coverage I'll get with that. All right, this is gonna go in the trash before I stick something else in it. All right, let me see where. Guess I need an 80 grit. 240, 400, 240 looks good. This is trash. Let's try 240 and see what we get. I want to get this green paint off of here because I don't think this white is going to cover it, y'all. Okay. What's for dinner tonight? What do we have for dinner? Okay, this is coming off of here. That's going to be good enough. All right, here we go. Let me get a little bit of water on here. Probably shouldn't do that. I'm going to stick this in my paint. Thinking maybe we might do the back of this green. A green crackle would be fun, wouldn't it? All right, this is covering nicely, y'all. Covering nicely, so we're good. We'll let this dry. I think I want to do green on the back of this. Or pink. I don't know. The verdict is still out. Alright, what are we going to have for dinner? I'm hungry. Thinking that pink. Maybe I'll do the pink on the back. No, I think I'll do green. I think I'll do the green. I think I'm going to need 2 coats. Well, not if I do the green, I won't. Yeah, I'll do the green on the back. Definitely. Do a second coat. Oh, I probably should have sanded this. Oh well. Okay, in the water it goes. Dry it again. And we'll do our stripes on the sides and the back. All right, let's open this up and watch what's going on.
this Tuscan red, and now that I can't find it anymore, I might go to Home Depot and color match it, I guess. I'm gonna go color match it. Did you finish in your hour? Oh, girl. Been there. And then I do kids, and it's like, get them done in 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, this one will take just a little bit longer. But oh no, you finish that one up in 10 minutes. So what do you do for the rest of the time? Miss Susan's coming to the retreat. Miss Ann there's coming to the retreat. Only 2 more days. Come on. Try to smooth out. That red covered very well. It only needs one coat. I'm just going to smooth out my brush marks here. Is this going to be? Alright. So let's
Oh, how cute.
kind of put it together here just a little bit to see what we got going on. Looks like stripes on the flag. They're waving. We have our stars.
All right, guys, round 3. We are going to paint the sides of this. Okay, so you see there? We are going to paint the sides. So here we go. Just kind of wrapping this around. Okay, so see the difference? So we've got it there, but not there. Here we go. Okay, so you see the difference? See how it's wrapped around there? And it's not, it just doesn't look finished this way. Let's see if I can get this. See the difference? See how it looks finished? And then it's not there. There we go. All right, let's see. All right, looking good, looking good. Almost done. Okay, we're gonna come in here. Kind of find somewhere where you can steady this. Now I'm going to paint the back of this green. I think that's the right color to paint this. Okay. All right, that looks good. Okay, I'm going to stick this down here. All right, and now we're going to go on the inside here. Let's see how I'm going to do this. All right. I'm going to let that dry. Looks good. And now you see, let's see, there we go. Got that wrapped around, so we're going to put this over here somewhere. Let's see where I'm going to put this. I think I want one more coat right in here. I think I want to put some highlights or something. I'm going to come over here and give this another pass. All right, y'all, let's see what we got here. Okay, we'll put some rhinestones on these glasses. Okay, this is what we have. dried pretty quickly. Okay, getting closer, closer, closer. All right, we got a little bit more paint, actually a lot more paint, because we're going to need to do the back of this. Oh, I'm so glad that I went with this. Thank you, Lord. All right, so we're going to put some rhinestones. Wow, I think we should do. All right, let's put the brush in our water. And we need to get a bigger brush for the back, but we're going to let that dry. Whoops. What did I do with my brush? I guess I cleaned it. And I think we're going to put a coat of something on here after we get it all. Maybe we'll spray it. I think we'll spray it. All right, so I think we need some rhinestones. All right, let's do this. Okay, so we're going to do this. And we're going to come in here. We're going to wax this. I think this has seen its better days. All right, what color do we want? We want maybe maybe that blue, y'all. It's all the way at the bottom. All right, let's do, where did my blue go? There it is, some blue and some white. I cannot believe I just did that, but I did. All right, well, I'm going to make the most out of it. Let's see what we got. let's see what we got. Did not mean to do that. Oh well. It's going to be like a blue. We'll paint both sides. Just a light blue. The same color. Did not mean to do that, but that's okay. That is okay. All right, let's dry this.